We have a few other special guests. We've got David Dean, our amazing editor. Woo! He rocks! David Dean, guys. Any other filmmakers? You don't want to make a movie without David editing. And then we've got our featured fans. Come on, Joanne and Sue, get your butts up here. And Dustin and Jeff and Carrie, why don't you just join them up here? All right. You guys don't have any questions. We're just going to go home, right? All right, who has a question? Well, first off, thank you. Melanie, I got to talk a little before. I'm going to let Melanie.
I just have to take in this moment. It's so awesome. This is 30 years in the making. I want to thank all of you for being here. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Sylvia. And just for believing in the dream. It took a lot of people to make this happen. And all the wonderful fans. It was really challenging to pick 7 to focus on when every single one of you had amazing stories. So thank you all. Thank our investors. Check out our Indiegogo campaign. We're still trying to raise money. Diana, thank you for our sales agent is going to help bring this out to the world. So again, I could talk for hours on this. So I will pass the mic back.
All right.
Okay, I've got 2 mics.
Rick with 2 mics, what more could you want, right? Woo! All right, Henry, help us out. You got a question? Who has a question here? All right, right here.
I don't have a question.
What?
It's admiration.
But I want to thank you for not having a plan.
Very sweet. Question? Anyone? Come on, don't be shy. All right, we got a girl there in the back. Brave.
Please play My Depression tomorrow night. Please.
My Depression?
Yes.
My band doesn't like to rehearse, so we've been doing a new record for the last 3 weeks. So,
Buy the album.
Free download. Sorry, do you guys know what a record is? Who knows what a record is when I say record? Who knows what a free download is when I? Yeah. Oh, there's a record right there. I'm sorry, I have ADD. What was the question?
My Depression. But
My Depression,
saw it here
yeah.
live, you know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, good luck at this point. I'm lucky to still have a voice.
All right, yes, question.
Yeah, there was. That I thought that like all turned off after the lights went down, everybody went home, and I was actually really surprised and amazed to see that it didn't. And that's actually probably how it should be.
What's your take on the husband?
I'm really scared of the big guy.
He's pretty big.
No, I mean, I thought they were incredible. I thought they added such a depth to the whole movie that it took it to a whole different arena. I thought they were very brave to be part of it. I'm still scared of the big guy.
Sue.
But if I need anesthesia, he's the guy, right? Right? He's a cardiologist. Oh, my God. Well, I know several people who are in need of that right now.
All right, we got another question here.
With the mic. Okay. So from the time that you started shooting and doing interviews till the time you were done with that, and then the time that they started editing till the time they were done, what was the time frames for those?
Well, we started shooting, April is Milwaukee, is that right, Rick? Oh, May.
5, 6 years ago?
What the hell do I know? Yeah, I was 12. No, 14, no.
Been a long time.
Right. No, May. We started shooting in Milwaukee. Melanie and I came up with the concept. We talked with Rick, and we sat down with him around New Year, just before New Year's, and then we started filming in Milwaukee, which is such a big event for real diehard fans, and we shot for 4 days there, and that really just set us off into the stratosphere, and that was where we started. And then we shot for about 10 months, and then the editing process is, everyone thinks, shooting is the hardest part. David, why are you sitting? I did too. You were the first person I talked about. David Dean, our editor. You're the first person I introduced, David. So we shot for 10 months, and then I said, David, 200 hours? And we started to work on it, and we always knew the context of the film. When we first spoke with Rick, we said, it's three things. It's a film about who you are as an artist and as a human being. It's about your fans, and it's the way the fans see you. So all that concert footage is viewing him as the fans see him. It's not as I see him, and it's really viewing him as the fans see him, that love and that kind of admiration. And so we really, I've done other docs, and they don't ever end up the way you start. I could have told Rick one thing, and then it ends up as like about kids and.
She said it was going to have a lot of dogs in it, so that sold me. But I didn't see one dog.
Well, luckily he's still on board, but yeah, no dogs.
I'm just still taking in every second of this. It was really pretty amazing because this is my first film as a producer. And to me, I just thought they all work out this way. You set a timeline and you go for it. And apparently, all you independent filmmakers beg to differ. So I just hope our next project, which is very exciting, runs as smoothly as this did, because it really has been an incredible journey. And as I said before, it's taken an entire team to make this happen, people that really believed in the dream. And now we have a tangible product, which is so awesome. So thank you.
Yeah, that's enough from you. We're taking the microphone back.
No. I just want to say, first off, very quickly, thank you to the Rick's fans, because you guys are really unique. Thank you, guys.
You're actually the stars of the movie.
Do you love these guys or what? Huh? They open up their hearts and their lives and their families. And also to all of you that came out, and thank you. I have my own people that I followed, and Rick's fans are really unique. You guys are really kind and loving, and you all want to get front row, but you're not brutal about it. So thank you. All right. Questions? Henry.
As we all know, and this is really key. We are the first audience for this film, right? Now,
Yes, you are.
and it is just a lovely, wonderful movie, and it feels like this is a movie that it's just been out and playing forever, but it hasn't.
Love you, Henry.
What happens next, and when do we see this movie at all our theaters?
Do you know any distributors?
Well, there's some around, but what happens to this film next?
Word of mouth is all of you. Are you all on Facebook? Raise your hands. Okay. Yellow Rick Road, but Melanie's done an amazing job, so you're already fans of the freaking movie, so you're not going to help us. But if you're not, join, because you know what? Distributors are very friggin' fickle, if I can use, they're not here, so I'm going to say they're very friggin' fickle, and we need to get them to understand that this is a film that I think people, whether they're fans of Rick, everyone knows who Rick is from the 80s. They loved him at one point. Whether they know he's still touring and as relevant as he is today, they're going to learn that. But we need to get that word out there. So spread the word, spread the love. And I don't know, Henry, if let's talk. Let's talk to people.
You'll be fine. It's just great.
Thank you.
One more question right here.
Oh.
You've had a question.
Oh, you have a question, though.
What? I have a question. Oh, I'm sorry. Maddie, who does your hair?
We'll
Get the
come
scale of
back.
mic.
We'll get that one on after this one.
Hi, I just wanted to tell you, I have known of you. I'm 54, so you were a big, I liked you a lot, whatever. But I didn't get this whole thing, but that movie made me smile, and it really was great. The one story that I really got a kick out of was Dustin. So, what are you doing, Dustin? What are you doing next, and how's Rick, involved?
Well, this is just totally amazing to be in a movie with my hero, my idol. I love him. He's just great. I mean, everything from the Converse to the bracelets and everything that I do. I mean, I get on stage and it's just like I try to channel Rick, you know, and it's just totally awesome. My music and everything. I sit down and I can see. Just started reading your book and the whole depression thing.
Wait, your dad's letting you read my book?
Yeah. And
He's advanced enough.
and, and the whole depression thing. I mean, I went through the whole thing with my mom, and I just know how you feel. And when you say Mr. D, I have the same thing. I mean, now that's really helped me a lot because I know how you feel, and he's here with me right now. You know, I have the same thing, and I sometimes catch myself when people look at me. I'm singing my depression. You know, Prozac, lithium, can never get enough of them, and they look at me and it's like, what? And I was just like, oh, never mind. You know, I just catch myself singing it. But
They're just not advanced enough. They don't get it.
But
It'll
yeah,
take them a little longer.
So, and it's just so amazing being this. I also, ever since this, I mean, I've recorded with Jeff Silverman, who's recorded with Rick, and I recorded 2 demo songs, which are on iTunes and stuff. I have a band called Talking to Strangers, and yep. So, and we do a lot of Rick stuff, and we're writing our own stuff. So hopefully get that out there soon. So, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, come on up, Jeff.
I'm really bummed I didn't wear my Converse tonight. I feel left out.
Where are they? Here, drop mine.
All right, we get a question back here.
Hi, Rick. There was a fantastic film, but after seeing the film, do you look differently? Do you see your fans differently than you did before?
Yeah, I actually see them much more as human beings now. That they're, you know, what I said before about their life goes on after the lights turn off. I'm very aware of that now. You know, I mean, usually as human beings, the person you're talking to shuts down like C-3PO once you get in your car and drive away, and they no longer exist. And that's kind of how we treat the world. And it's a movie like this showed me that their lives don't stop once I leave the theater. And that was a revelation I wish I'd had back in the 80s, actually.
Who you are is an expression of who they become because of who you are. So it was awesome. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm deaf. Too many years in front of a guitar amp. What was that?
She just said thank you.
Who you are is created who the fans have become because of who you are and how real you've been. So thank you very much.
Oh, well, my dad would be very proud to hear that. I wish he was here to hear that.
Yes.
He's up there listening.
How about over here?
It's clear from the film that the press and everyone always treating you as a pop star way back in the day. It was something that bothered you, as opposed to being a rock star. You seem to be wanting to do that. Now that I've seen your live performance, it's very clear that in fact you are a rock star. You always were a rock star. How did that happen though? Back when you started, was it bad management? Was the record company pushing you into that box, or?
I think it was that the initial voice was the young girl in the audience, and they're very powerful movers, and they're the ones who launch basically every star that we love. They're the ones with the energy that launch a music star, a film star, and I think it was viewed because I was like, I was cute. That was kind of the. No, dude, truly, at what point do I get away from cute? You're so cute. So, and I think that, was a detriment. But now that a lot of guys are coming to the shows, that it's okay to come to shows, and a lot of them actually say, I heard your music through my older sister's bedroom wall. So, I think it was in the music. That's really where it begins and ends, is in the music. And I always had faith in my music. And I thought if I kept playing it, that something would happen.
We have a question over here.
You need a microphone, sister. You've had your hand up about 20 times already. Sorry, what?
Rick,
Yes.
Paige and I were trying to come up with a perfect question, one that you've never been asked before, one that would make you go, oh my God, what a great question.
Yeah, 3 inches.
And we came
Go
up
ahead.
with. Okay, that was the other question. But the one we came up with is, if you could ask me anything, what would you ask me?
I could ask you anything?
Yeah? It's not so easy.
Wow.
We can always talk, after.
I don't know. What age were you when you had sex? The first thing that comes to mind, I'm sorry.
16.
What song were you listening to when you first had sex? There you
What
go.
do you think? It was Jesse's Girl, of course. Come on. But you're still cute.
Right? That's
Well,
why I
great.
wrote it, exactly.
The song the one we actually came up with is, what is your favorite song? And you can't name one of yours because that wouldn't be fair.
Well, that's like saying what's your favorite book. I mean, it's a deep subject.
Well, who are you listening to now?
Right now, I'm listening to me. Because we're recording a new record, so I'm listening to all the new stuff and trying to figure out how to make it, how things work in it. I'm listening to Skrillex. I'm listening to Muse. I love Mute Math. Mute Math is my favorite band at the moment. I love still listening to the early Queens of the Stone Age stuff. Occasional Foo Fighters.
Oh, love the Foo Fighters.
And Beatles.
Yes. Cool.
I have more of a comment in where you said, you're here because of us. You need to know that some of us are here because of you.
Well, I'm here because someone inspired me to take the right path too, rather than the wrong path. So I appreciate that honesty. We're all dependent on each other, really. I just wish these Islamic terrorists knew that too.
I have a question about Bindi.
Oh, no.
Right there, it started bleeding tonight.
She is so cute, and
Yeah.
I would like to know
you should have her teeth wrapped around your lip.
what kind of dog is she and how old is she?
She is about 11 weeks old, and she's a Norwich Terrier, which I think is the same dog Toto was.
Yay, Yellow Rick Road.
Yeah. What?
Yellow Rick Road. It had
Exactly.
to be Toto.
Yep. And she's a goddess. What?
Where'd you get the dog?
No, she's the world's most expensive dog. It was like adopting a child. Truly, it was insane. But she's incredible, and I will rescue a dog later on. We'll rescue a dog later on, but this was my wife's choice, and she's an incredible animal, except for her friggin' teeth. That's why I had chapstick out all the time, because she bit the hell out. She thinks my face is her new chew toy.
Okay, we got a question right here.
Actually, real quick, I just wanted to thank you for coming. I'm Sam with the film festival. I know a lot of people have been here locally, but I wanted to acknowledge a couple of people that are here from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. They drove all the way down. And then Sharon here was a little embarrassed to ask a question, and she wanted to know if you received her letter last week, because she sent you a letter. Anybody else, if they have any letters that they've sent to ask?
Yes.
Good answer.
Yes. Yes is always the right answer.
Hi, team. First of all, I want to congratulate my friend Melanie for doing a wonderful job.
Thank you, Jamie.
No problem. You know, I've been a longtime supporter and Rick fan, and I'll be rocking out tomorrow night with my sister, which reminds me of these two gals. I wanted just to ask you all, and also Rick, what was it like to stay loyal? Because a lot of folks out there, with Dustin, it's tough because Rick came from a pop background, and he's also a soap opera star, which I think he should be very proud of. But what was it like to stand by your man? And congratulations, Melanie. I know this is a lifelong dream. And thank you for bringing Orlando as part of that dream. That's amazing.
Love Orlando.
We love you too.
Here you go, Sue.
What's this, like pass a microphone?
Oh, I mean, we
The reluctant movie star.
Once I get started, you're not going to be able to stop. That's the problem. No, we've followed him from when we were children. I was 11.
I was 13.
So I really couldn't go to concerts. I was too young, and now that we can control our own destiny, we could kind of go out and have a good time. But I really just wanted to say for the film that I hope that fans or not fans, that you guys kind of see yourselves in all of us, whether you're a teenager who's enjoying it, or moms who, are just getting away, or it's healing. His music heals people. And the friendships that we've made. I mean, we've all made friendships because I wouldn't know Sue if it was. So we've all made friendships. So we just want to thank you for what you've done for us. I hope you know and you see what you've done for us. So thank you.
If you don't know who I am, I'm Carrie. I'm a co-executive producer. And I think one of the things that's so important about this film is that we really feel like it's a gift to Rick, because he really has helped so many of us. We all have different stories. And I have to also say, I'm also a 30-year fan, but going through this whole process and meeting all these amazing people, I also have made new friends, but there are so many stories we just couldn't put up on the screen, and it's so humbling, because you think, and people tease you a little, oh, Rick Springfield, but he really is an amazing musician, but, hopefully we're giving you something back, Rick, that you really deserve.
Well, that's you.
All right. We have one last question in the back.
Who or what inspired you to sing?
Oh, actually, I think my dad did. My dad was in the Army, but he was also a singer. And I saw him singing around the house and thought, well, hell, I can do that. But he had a much better voice than I have. He was an awesome guy. Thanks for the bracelet, sister.
I would just like to say something. I promise I won't be long. But Frances Neal, I can't see you from up here, but I just want to say that her son, he's in our credits. Unfortunately, he passed away 16 years ago, and I had lost touch with his mother. And just last week, we reunited after 16 years, and she's our honorary guest. And I just want to thank her and say that meant the world to me that you could be here and celebrate this with us. So thank you.
In years past, you had concept ideas for your music videos that seemed to be a little bit sci-fi. And so I wondered if maybe perhaps your writing was leading you into that direction, into a sci-fi direction, or screenplay, something along that line. Did you hear any of that?
Me? Is this to me? Or Sylvia?
To you.
To me?
The author, yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, the sci-fi thing is the geek side of me. I'm sorry. I actually just did an interview with, they're having a big Star Wars convention, and they're giving away a CD. They always give away something special. And I just did an interview with this guy for the CD. And they said, we've been trying to contact you forever because we know you're a big Star Wars fan. And I I said, yeah, that's the geek in me. And he said, well, no, you're, a rock star, so you give us geeks credibility. So, but as far as writing goes, my publisher of my book, God bless her heart, wants me to write more, and I want to write more, but when we finish the record, then I will, look to write more prose. But the record's the thing we're focusing on now. That and Bindi. I know, she's a little bitch. She bites the hell out of me. And I love her. Like we're all obsessed with her. I can't wait to get back and see her. It's ridiculous. I have so many photos on my phone of her right now. And thank you guys for being here and for supporting this and for making this possible. And for these amazing people for bringing it to fruition. And I wish you Godspeed and hope that it finds its mark. And now I'm going to get a glass of wine. Yeah, I agree. I know. Yeah. More Californication indeed.
All right, thanks everyone. Have a good night. The festival's running a few more days. See lots of great films. Thank you. Good night.
Yes, thank you.
And go that way.
Hey, I always got pics in my pocket, right?
I never have pics.